What is going on, guys? My name is D3. Welcome back to another Dragon Ball Z Dokkan battle video. Today we're going to go ahead and break down the physical free-to-play Broly. So I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. If you are new to the channel, please consider subscribing. And let's go ahead and talk about it here today. So there's been a recent influx of really good free-to-play units in the game. So I'm very happy about that. You know, there's this guy, there's the Super Saiyan 3 Angel Goku, which I showed off, I think, earlier today or yesterday, whenever you guys are seeing this. There's the there's the Goku Jr. unit. There's the Intelligence Trunks Awakening, which I have yet to show that guy off, but I do have him done. I'll show him off over the course of probably this weekend, maybe Monday, I don't know. But there's been a nice influx of those types of units, so I'm happy about that, even if they're older units getting Awakening. So let's go ahead and take a look at the Broly card. It says the Nightmare returns, Super Saiyan 3, and excuse me, I burped a little bit. Max level 120, all types key +2, and attack and defense +30%. Doesn't offer that third key, which isn't the biggest of deals, but it also doesn't offer the HP, which would probably be a deal breaker for me. You typically want to at least have HP and maybe defense, or HP and attack. It doesn't really matter which one. But atop of that, he has double Eraser Cannon as a super attack name and causes supreme damage to the enemy with the super attack there. Passive skill is Penetrating Force, key +3, and attack +70% at the start of the turn. Link skills are Hardened Grudge, Saiyan Warrior Race, Super Saiyan, the Saiyan Lineage, Limit Breaking Form, Formidable Enemy, and Fierce Battle. Last but not least, he has 8,835. I'll go ahead and zoom in there. 8,835 HP, 7,460 attack, and 4,008 defense. So, off the top, the Broly, like I said, one of the best free-to-play units. Definitely top 5, which I will be doing that list eventually, sometime maybe over the course of like next week or two, maybe, I don't know. Have to really sit down and think about it. Definitely one of the best ones of those in the game. Will he? So I've got a question as well. Is he optimal? No, he's not. He's not optimal for extreme tags or extreme physical simply because his leader. If his leader catered more to him, I could say yes, but no, there are just better options for that team as a whole. But he's definitely a solid, very viable option for the team if you don't have something that would be optimal. So that's a good thing about him. So he doesn't have very good links. He does have those stupid Broly-specific links like Hardened Grudge. I'm not sure why they kept Formidable Enemy. I had to fact check that. He does actually still keep Formidable Enemy. He's I believe, I could be mistaken, but he could very well be the very first unit to keep Formidable Enemy and on top of that get Fierce Battle. The Super Saiyan 3 Goku Angel starts off with that link whenever he's Super Saiyan 1 Angel, but they take it away. He gets Fierce Battle when he awakens to Super Saiyan 3. I checked that out too. So, off the top, this guy's best buddy would be his previous form. I think that they share about 4 or 5 links, which is great. But the thing about him is, like I said, you're not really going to run both of those guys on a team unless you're trying to, do something funny with like a team. Like I've little gimmick joke teams like I do sometimes on my channel, or unless you're just lacking options, which is totally, like I said, viable reason. He's a perfectly good replacement for something on the team. And you know what? I'd say he's even better on the team if you are running the physical Broly as your leader. Even if you're taking like a cooler friend or a God Tanks friend, whatever you're doing, if your leader is the 70% physical God Lead Broly, the previous iteration of the God Leads, then this guy fits on that team perfectly well. And one thing about him is that he doesn't have, like I said, good key links specifically. They didn't give him Over in a Flash or Prepare for Battle. That's simply so they could kind of nerf him a little bit. They didn't want it to be a little too good. But what they did do, which is good, it helps him out and, in fact, saves his card. They did give him the 3 key on his passive. So, innately, 3 key and 70%, like I said, that's one of the best passives. Excuse me. I just keep getting that little reflux there. But it's one of the best passives possible for a unit like this, and it's probably the best passive for a free-to-play card in the game, period. So that's really good for him. It allows him to at least still super attack, whereas in a lot of different scenarios, he probably would be struggling to super attack depending on who you're running him with. Of course, there are solid key support options, so of course results may vary. It depends on what you're running with your team, but that does help out the unit's efficiency as far as he goes specifically. But the one problem with the card, like I said, is the link set. The lack of the good links can be a detriment to the team depending on who else is on the rotation he is with. Of course, because a lot of times, even if they can kind of supply their own key through the passives, units like him and Tech Pycon comes to mind. Sometimes, depending on who the team is, if the other 2 guys on that 3-man rotation don't link too well, there's not a key support. Depending on what you're running, it depends on your team. The lack of the links could prevent somebody else from super attacking while this guy can get a super off himself. He's not a horrible unit. He's actually really good. He's definitely miles better than the other physical Super Saiyan 3 free-to-play card, the Goku from the Baba shop. He's definitely miles better than that card. It's really funny, actually, if you look at it, because I think that Goku also is self-sufficient. I think he is. Let's actually check him out. I think he's self-sufficient with attack and defensive improvement. It's like night and day among those two cards. I don't know why they did them that way. Here we go. He's right here. 3 key and 7,000 attack and defense at the start of the turn. So this Goku will tank better. That's about it. But I don't really know why. This Goku does have a better link set, though, so that's cool. But yeah, when comparing him to the other one, to the Broly's passive just completely decimates that. 70% instead of 7,000 is a really, really noticeable change there. They both have Supreme, which is great. This one has a chance to stun. The other one doesn't. He just does Supreme. This guy gets the 3 key. He gets 3 key and 7,000 defense, which, like I said, depends on what you have. That may be really good defensively. I've also shown him off if you want to check him out. He has better HP as well. But Broly just innately is meant to hit a lot harder than that card, which is kind of funny for me because it's like they didn't have to do that Goku that way. You know, looking at what they did for the Tech Goku, they could have given him a percentage increase. They gave him that flat one because I think initially he has a flat one anyway, so they had to kind of keep him in line with who he was, but they could have made him better. They could have given him like 15,000 or something. I don't know. It would at least keep him relatively close to this Broly. Either way, though, I will say Broly and Goku make up a very solid free-to-play backbone for the team that you're making if you don't have certain units. It is good that they are able to share a couple of links in there, namely Fierce Battle and Limit Breaking Form, so that's great. Broly doesn't have Golden Warrior because he's not really golden, he's green. You know, they do have Super Saiyan together, so they're a very solid tandem. And if you are running this guy's best friend, which would be the previous iteration of himself, and then of course Goku's previous iteration would probably be his best buddy too, you can form a nice little team. In fact, I think Goku has a better leader skill. Yeah, I'd take Goku as a leader. You can run this Goku as the leader and run the Broly on the team. So not a bad tandem there. So I do like it. I do like what they've done. Like I said, Broly, one of the top free-to-play cards in the game, definitely. I feel like I may have underrated the Goku. He's probably top 10. We'll have to take a look at that. I don't know when I'm going to do that list, but I will do it soon. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. Not, like I said, not any real detriment to this card. I just feel like they could have made him a bit better link-wise, but that's a bit of a nitpick. It doesn't too much matter because he does have his own key. So in the world where you have key supports, which there's a free-to-play, man, there's actually a lot of solid free-to-play physical units. There's a free-to-play Possessed Goten that offers 3 key to physical units, so that can be viable for you as well. So in a world where they offer those options, it doesn't really matter. So have an awesome day, and I'll catch you guys later.